Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We gonna rock. You set. 19. Give me nine. Hey, pick your game up. Out, here we go. 9 and 1.
On first down, Swift, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak, and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
A throw out line to QT, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I got you. Hey, son. 55.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now it's Rosen looking. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he can do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run with Hines, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Check 50. Two jet bombers. Hard. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. And this one complete to Smith. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to let one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Watson now on third down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's into the hands of Edwards. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Rosen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 41, Rosen flushed out right. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
55. Right there.
Now it's Rosen. Flush to his right. That's complete to John Ross. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 52's the mic. Hey, box drop.
Throwing on second and 14. Rosen. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Monday. Bravo.
Here's Rosen. Complete. Smith has it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third and 1, Rosen. This is caught. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's third and goal. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say, Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Rosen will throw, and he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. It's complete to Hopkins. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Middle.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is Hines. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. This fielded at the 2. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And they'll try for it here on fourth. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
We got 4.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1.